Hey, how y'all doing out there today? Listen, I've been getting a lot of questions about this endeavor I'm about to take on, this little project, adventure, whatever you want to call it. And a lot of people are really getting on to me, and they're getting on to me for good reason. So I understand this. They're like, Bill, trim up, son. Get back in the game. They didn't say the race, but they said get back in the game. I had one of them told me, get back in the game, Bill. You play it well. I've had a lot of other people tell me things like, Bill, you're wasting talent. You're wasting your skills. You're wasting this. You're wasting that. Well, I'm sorry, y'all. It's my life, and I'm going to tell you why this homeless thing is important to me, though. And I hope you understand this because I've done nothing but in my whole life, and I hope I don't get choked up on this. But I've done nothing my whole life but defend other people. I might be a mean son of a bitch sometimes. I'm damn sure an asshole a lot of times. But I would never ever let anybody hurt you. I would never let anybody put their hands on you. I never let anybody treat you bad, and there's reasons for that. Because I watched my black brothers and sisters and my red brothers and sisters, my Cherokee brothers and sisters down in Georgia get treated bad um, by the people that were all like the people telling me to stand up and get back in the game and the game that I got out of. That's why I stepped away, y'all. I watched this my whole life. But there were a group of men. You gotta remember now. I lived over there near Fort Benning, Georgia. So when a lot of these soldiers come back from these wars like World War II and Korea and Vietnam, especially, they turn into hobos. Columbus is a big industrial city, or it's not a big industrial city, but it's got lots and lots of train tracks, and it is a textile industrial town. So we had lots and lots of hobos, and nobody cared about the hobos, but nobody ever paid attention to the hobos. Well, I live way out of town in the country, and the hobos would come out there, uh, basically for safety. But them same men, and they came out there. They'd also like to build them a fire and build them some little shacks and get drunker than hell. And they were broken men, broken by war, broken by life. And all they had was each other, and all they had was the road. As a matter of fact, they were all pretty much loners. I'll tell you that. I might have been a little guy, but I could see and feel. As a young empath, I could feel their pain. I could feel their sorrow. They're lost. They were just lost. So, but I still go down there, and if they was drunk, man, a couple of them be happy and playing a harmonica or dancing or something. But I saw the real part of it too. Now, don't get me wrong. I saw the ones laying there all pissed on themselves. They always smell bad, you know. But I always smell bad. 'Cause I was a little boy, so that part didn't bother me. But maybe as an empath, I did sense something else from them, and I sensed this sense of wanting to be free. That they were free men, and they got trapped in a part of life, and it hurt them in their mind, and it hurt them in their heart. They had to do things they didn't want to do, or they saw things they didn't need to see, and they were broken. And that's why I relate to that part. But the same men I were talking about, I'm not gonna throw no color on it. It was a time period, and it was an ugly time period. But yeah, they were white men, and they were all farmers and whatever. I'm not gonna say redneck because they were just haters, just old people y'all would think about that used to be down there in the South. And they were going around, and they would take baseball bats and sticks, and they come up on these hobo shacks. Actually, they'd give one hobo some liquor, right? They give him a big old half gallon of liquor because they know he's gonna go back and share it with his brothers because that's what poor people do. They share. Everybody thinks they scrub off in the corner. Well, that ain't the way they do. So they knew this old boy, old hobo, was gonna go back to his boys and get them drunk. They'd be out that night. And now remember, I want y'all to know I just heard this story. And these are the same kind of men, by the way, that shoot baby bear cubs in dumpsters. Made me watch that as a kid. They would go around scaring black folks just for fun because they was drunk. Go around harassing the poor white trash as well, just because they were wanted to feel better and superior. So this is one thing. They went down to that little hobo shack where them hobos was staying, and they beat them men so bad that the whole place was covered in blood. Cause I went down there 2 days after it happened. As a little guy, I couldn't have been no more than I'm gonna say about 9 or 10. Um, I went down there and all their stuff was there. That's what really freaked me out. They only had a little bit of stuff. It wasn't like the stick in the bag like you see on the cartoons and stuff. But they had them a bag, but it was all strode everywhere, pieces of stuff everywhere, and everything was covered in black blood. I never knew what happened to them men because they didn't have nobody to say, "Where's my husband? Where's my son? Where's my dad? Where's my brother?" That can happen to anybody, and it happens every fucking day. So yeah, I'm in Frack Central. I could do a lot of things. I'm very good in the woods, but I'm not very good with mankind. The ones in the street, the ones that want to help, the ones that want to hurt us. I don't understand none of y'all, but here I am. Every fucking day of my life, you pretty much see me trying to get by, but not just for myself, for everybody. Because we need to teach each other and we need to talk to each other. And I'm not a teacher and I'm not a talker. So that means that any of you can do this. But there you go. That's why this means a lot to me. That's why when I heard that there was going to be a roundup uh, and that these cities were getting budgets to change their landscape of their city where homeless people couldn't even be there. So that's going to push them out into the woods or into the suburbs where there's going to be people like I saw as a kid that'll just go out and beat them to death with sticks. The world's hard, y'all. It's cruel. And we don't like it. A matter of fact, if you like it, you're a part of it. And I hate to use somebody's stupid line, but if you really like this world and the money and the society and the fancy and the bling bling, you're a part of the fucking problem. And I don't mean that in a political sense or racial sense. I mean it in an earth sense. Many of us knew, whether we were conscious of it or not, we know and feel the pain of this earth and the pain of things on it. And we feel it and we know that all this around us ain't right. So some of us stepped away. It don't mean we have to be beat to death for it. It don't mean we have to be talked down to or treat, talked to condescendingly or or treated like a stray dog or even treated like anything but a brother. Uh, hey, but around a million or so of us, just leave us alone if you can't help out. But this is why I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, because I feel like the only people that aren't gonna beat us or kill us, I feel like the only people that are really gonna see the reason why we're here, the fallen America and just the American nightmare itself. Um, no matter what the reasons, we're gonna come to find out that we are our strength. We are our own support team. We are our own rescue team. But we're not needing to be rescued. We're called homeless because we don't have a home. Think about that. And then take your definition of home that you were taught in your brain and throw it away. Now take the definition of home that is in your heart. Now you see why we're homeless. We're not heartless, we're broken. I want you to think about that. I want you to think about that real fucking hard today. I want you to think about some people can't make it in society, that it hurts them worse than than being in the street. Why do you think some people are in the street? Why do you think I'm here now? It hurts me worse. I'll speak for myself. It hurts me worse to live a comfortable, cushy life in society than it does to just lay down in the middle of hot asphalt. So think about that. And what you think is what you think. And the rest of us have our own thoughts. The rest of us have our own lives. The rest of us have our own perceptions. And we also have our own histories. We have our own heart beaten and broken over and over and over again. Some of this ain't nice. Some of this ain't going to be fun and smiles. Some of this ain't going to be stories you want to hear. But I hope you listen. And I hope your heart opens up. And I hope your brain opens up so you start thinking about solutions. Please be thinking about solutions as I go in and get the video evidence and show you how this happens, because this ain't going to stop by me. It's not going to stop by anybody else. I love y'all. Think and be your brother's brother and don't live in fear.